Hello and welcome back to Moto Stylish channel. The Moto Guzzi V85 TT family of motorcycles stands out as a collection of truly unique specimens. There is something deeply paradoxical about these models being released by a manufacturer whose first model back in 1921 was named Norma. Over the past 103 years, horsepower has grown from 8 to 80, yet not a hint of mundanity has crept into Moto Guzzi's design philosophy. The distinctive aesthetic of Moto Guzzi V85 TT. The aesthetics of the Moto Guzzi V85 TT arguably play a more significant role in the overall appeal of this model than in any other mid-sized adventure bike. The color schemes may provoke differing opinions, but the rest of the design garners universal praise from riders on both asphalt and dirt. The centerpiece of the motorcycle is the impressive 90-degree V-twin engine, which symbolizes and characterizes both the V85 TT and the Moto Guzzi brand. The distinct growl of the 853 cubic centimeters engine is transformed into thrust via a shaft drive, rotating the rear wheel within a dual-sided swing arm. This unique setup is not found on any other mid-sized adventure bike. But Moto Guzzi's uniqueness doesn't stop there. For example, the exhaust pipe and rear brake disc are positioned on the left, likely for aesthetic reasons. The right side offset monoshock, mounted at a 45-degree angle to the shaft-driven swing arm, looks stylish and formidable when the bike is on its side stand. At a glance, it may appear as though the bike has two shocks, but the left side houses a perfectly integrated silencer that doesn't hinder the installation of side panniers. The exhaust pipes, which could be cumbersome and hazardous to shoes and pants, are cleverly positioned and protected by substantial and attractive guards. The fuel tank is an artistic piece, under which the cylinders of the longitudinally mounted V-twin engine sit, cooled solely by the rushing air. The aesthetic may be controversial, but it somehow comes together perfectly in the V85 TT. The rear light, resembling rocket thruster nozzles, hints at an explosive character, while the exhaust note remains relaxed and leisurely. Updated Moto Guzzi V85 family for 2024. For 2024, the V85 family has seen significant updates and now consists of three models: V85 Strada, V85 TT, and V85 TT Travel. All three share the same chassis, suspension, and engine but differ in their character, tailored for various riders. One noticeable improvement in the 2024 update is the revised control layout and additional ride modes. Previously, the V85 platform offered only 3 ride modes, switched rather peculiarly via the starter button. The 2024 models have become more intuitive, with the mode button now genuinely switching modes, and the starter toggle serving its intended purpose. The V85 Strada retains 3 ride modes: Sport, Rain, and Road. The V85 TT adds a dedicated off-road mode, while the TT Travel boasts an additional customizable user mode. Interestingly, this user mode is also available as a paid option for the other 2 models. Differentiating the 3 models. A closer look reveals the principles behind their ride mode allocation. The V85 Strada, with its cast wheels, lack of a rear grab handle, small windscreen, and no skid plate, is the lightest, most dynamic, and road-oriented of the trio. The TT features a grab handle, spoke tubeless wheels, an aluminum skid plate, and an extra ride mode, offering more off-road capabilities. The V85 TT Travel includes all the TT's features, plus a touring windscreen with side deflectors, panniers, and the 5th ride mode. Enhanced engine and performance. All three models are equipped with an updated longitudinal V-twin small block engine with variable valve timing. The peak power remains at 80 horsepower at 7,750 RPM, but torque has slightly increased from 80 Nm at 5,000 RPM to 82.7 Nm at 5,100 RPM. The V85 is not only the sole model in its class with shaft drive, but also unique with its air-cooled engine, pushrod design, and dry clutch. This new engine, thanks to minor but thoughtful adjustments, has become significantly more comfortable. The transverse V-twin frame layout is charming but compact, often posing problems for taller riders. The rear side of the heads is now slightly beveled forward, and the new seat shape positions the rider a bit further back, preventing knee contact with the engine, even in tight corners. Riding experience and handling. The V85 Strada, surprisingly agile on asphalt, is 4 kilograms lighter than the TT, thanks partly to its lighter cast wheels. The engine's character is a sum of its unique attributes. It is neither the torquiest nor the most powerful engine in its class. It is not the highest revving nor the most relaxed, but it is the most distinctive in every way. It offers low-end power from idle and revs remarkably well. In tight asphalt corners, one soon becomes lazy with frequent gear changes, revving it to the limit, and the engine doesn't mind at all. Advanced electronics in Moto Guzzi V85 TT. TFT displays were first introduced to the V85 TT in 2019. Turning the key activates the onboard network, displaying a welcome screen with the Guzzi logo and animation. The startup and shutdown animations are perfectly timed, evoking a sense of this is a cool motorcycle rather than impatience. The winged Guzzi logo also serves as the running light, adorning the dual-round headlights. The motorcycle's design is not just about its looks, but also how it illuminates the road ahead. All three 2024 V85 models feature 3 ride modes: Sport, Road, and Rain. The TT includes an additional off-road mode, while the TT Travel adds a user mode. Each mode has 4 parameters that can be adjusted through the instrument panel menu: power, engine braking, traction control, and ABS. In the user mode on the Strada or TT, traction control can be fully disabled. ABS on the Strada cannot be disabled, but on the TT and TT Travel, it can be switched to off-road mode or completely turned off. Chassis and ergonomics. The advantage of the longitudinal crankshaft layout is a shorter overall motorcycle length with better weight distribution, similar to inline twin models. The massive engine block acts as a stressed chassis element, reducing weight and enhancing aesthetics. The 82.8 cm seat height accommodates riders of various statures. Despite numbers suggesting a cramped seating position, in practice, it is spacious both sitting and standing. The V85 TT is a versatile daily rider, not just a city bike but a true all-rounder. Comfortable seating, good wind protection without compromising visibility, an intuitive TFT menu interface, and, of course, the charm of the V-twin create an exceptionally enjoyable motorcycle with numerous subtle yet convenient details. Well, that's a wrap for our review. Thanks for joining us today on Moto Stylish. And we'll see you next time for more exciting reviews and updates on the latest vehicles and trends in the world of motorcycles.